Hello everyone, just a slight disclaimer as always before watching this video. This video is based off the Amazing Digital Circus pilot, teasers, and other sources, so the majority of this is just pure speculation, so take this video with a grain of salt, and if you like what you see here, remember to like and subscribe. Thank you. In my experience of theory crafting, it's best to pay attention to those who don't appear to have so much importance. You never know who might end up being super plot significant in the future. That being said, in this 2 weeks installment, sorry for the uploading, we look at the sweetest little optimist, Ragatha. Introduced to us in her summer teaser, Ragatha is described to be the sweetest little optimist, as she shrugs off a knife that was thrown at her and pulls it out with no hard feelings. In the pilot episode, Ragatha is shown to be calm, collected, and passionate.
Let's just try to calm down. Everything's gonna be okay, new stuff. We've all been through this.
From the get-go, Ragatha attempts to help Pomni get comfortable in her new home, answer any questions she might have, as well as provide a smooth transition into the digital world. The care she gives isn't reserved for Pomni alone, but she shows this compassion for those around her, giving off an almost motherly love and affection for her fellow Digi-castaways.
Oh, wait! We should go check on Kaufmo. I'm pretty sure he'd like to meet Pomni.
Though she isn't totally a Mary Sue, luckily, as we can see, this affection can irritate as well as infuriate the cast around her.
Whoa, Kaufmo! Listen, I know we didn't always get along, like when you called me out for fake laughing at your jokes. I swear I really did think they were funny. I was just having a bit of a bad day!
As well as be faded out by doubt.
Do you think pairing them up together is a good idea?
And she can absolutely freak out.
You're not afraid of centipedes, are you?
Jax! That's literally my only fear. Why would you do this?
Yet she carries on this optimistic mood throughout the pilot, even in the face of horror and pain.
It's okay.
Looking at her design for a moment, she is a rag doll with a button eye patch that strikes a similarity with another doll we know, with red hair and a blue bow and dress with some patches sewn in. Other than her fear of centipedes, there's little else we know about our sweet little optimist. But with her attitude, we can make some inferences on what her past could have looked like. One of my theories is admittedly far-fetched, but it's based off Ragatha's design. We know that our cast of characters' designs aren't meant to reflect their literal appearance, more like they reflect a certain characteristic or feature about them. Ragatha's patches in her dress can imply that she came from a less than fortunate family, as it strikes a poor person to me. I already pointed out she had a very motherly affection towards those around her, but I'm not exactly implying that she's a mom, as if that was the case, then she'd be scratching at the door desperately looking for an exit. Though, her being an older sister or eldest sibling could work as well. Tying these 2 points together, Ragatha could have grown up on a farm, which is a huge stretch, but farmers usually have a lot of children help around the farm and they aren't exactly the richest. Let alone, where else are you going to see a bunch of centipedes so commonly that you develop a phobia? Them crawling out of the shower drain? True story. Ragatha, coming from a low-income family, could also explain her optimistic attitude, as she would be faced with hard tasks, little food, pests, and diseases, etc. Always looking to the bright side could have been a way for her to carry on in her life. Though, one of the final reasons I point to a farm because of a common stereotype within characters, it's a good one, don't worry. Ragatha could fit in with the poor farmer computer genius stereotype, which could explain why someone who has probably milked cows got a job in a computer-based job. Following my Cain and Abel theory, I stated that for some employees, being stranded in the digital world was a promotion, or a reward for their hard effort. But why? Well, this is where Ragatha comes into play. Unless she had a history of major screw-ups, which I doubt, then there would be no reason to send her to DigiHack for anything wrong. Rather, she was sent there because she was a good employee that climbed the ranks of the company. Every opportunity she was given, she took and exceeded the expectations. It would only be a matter of time before the higher-ups would catch wind of this. But why send one of your best employees? Like people who send out their best men into battle, or who send their best officials to carry out important tasks, it's because those people are trustworthy and responsible enough to do what is asked of them. CNA saw how Ragatha could carry out anything with success, so they would take advantage of this, right? Well, they did, and they could have done it in two very different ways. For this next segment, we're going to consider two possibilities. CNA are either good people or bad people. Starting with being bad, it's plausible they saw how whatever Ragatha touched turned into gold, so they wanted to take advantage of this. They would call her up to meet with a unique opportunity, one she couldn't refuse: a large sum of cash for a risky rescue mission into the digital world. Obviously, it would have to be a bribe, because Ragtha, or really anyone, wouldn't be that daring enough to do such a risky mission, which you could possibly never come back from, for no reward. As such, Ragatha would be forced into a tight situation. Other factors could have been involved, such as if she didn't accept the offer, she could get fired or be transferred there anyway. Henceforth, voluntold, but that would mean she would be completely innocent and probably would have more red on her character. So let's assume that other possibility that she volunteered for the assignment. Again, no one would be willing to take such a risk without some benefit, so a large sum of cash could have been a means to persuade people to take the risk. Besides, there are always a bad apple here or there, but there is no way you have enough downright awful people you could constantly supply the digital circus with. You would need volunteers at some point. This opportunity would land on Ragatha's desk. Obviously, CNA would have a lot to consider, as she was probably their golden girl, and losing her would be a huge problem. On the other hand, she's capable, with a nice attitude and a winning smile, and she's always been able to deliver, so why not let her go? This could explain why she's dressed in blue. She's guilty of wanting to come here. She's guilty of taking risks that could end up with her being lost forever. But somewhere in Ragatha's subconscious, she knows there's a shiny reward waiting for her on the other side. And that, my friends, is the story of Ragatha. Ragatha was an interesting case to consider, and most of this is all speculation, so there's always a possibility that Ragatha could have been guilty of doing something terrible, but hey, this was a fun video to make. On that note, you can probably tell that I'm becoming more and more absent from YouTube, and that's because there are plenty of things that happen behind the scenes that I have to attend to, so there might not be a theory every week. But I have a solution that I hope will work and you guys are okay with. But now for the shoutouts. There are none. If you want to shout, remember to write the secret word at the end of each video in the comments below. This week or month's secret word is #GoldenGirl. I hope you enjoyed this video and remember to like and subscribe. Thank you.